My mother-in-law said, family loans don't need to be repaid, so I sent her a payment plan with interest at Thanksgiving. Let me back up. When Brant and I bought our first house 3 years ago, we were $15,000 short for the down payment. His mother Colette swooped in immediately. I'll give you the money, she announced at Sunday dinner. That's what family does? I was skeptical. My own mom had taught me that money and family don't mix, but Brant insisted his mother was different, generous, no strings attached. She helped my brother Theo buy his car, he said. Never asked for a penny back. The check cleared and we closed on the house. For 6 months, everything was perfect. Then the comments started, small ones at first. I just love what you've done with your kitchen, she'd say during visits. When we couldn't make it to her birthday dinner because of work, she texted, I guess the house I helped you buy is more important than family. Brant brushed it off. She's just being dramatic. By year 2, it escalated. She'd mention the loan constantly. At Christmas, she loudly told relatives how she'd sacrificed her vacation fund to help us. At Theo's wedding, she cornered me by the bar. You know, I could have renovated my bathroom with that money, she said, but I chose you instead. When we announced I was pregnant, her first response was, well, I hope you can afford a baby on top of that mortgage I'm carrying for you. I started keeping notes. Every guilt trip, every passive-aggressive comment, every time she referred to our house as her investment. Brant finally admitted his mother had done this to Theo too. She gave him $8,000 for the car, he said quietly, then held it over his head until he stopped talking to her for 2 years. Did she ever actually ask for the money back? I asked. No, he said. That's what makes it so manipulative. She can't technically complain because it was a gift. The breaking point came at Easter. My parents were visiting from out of state, meeting Colette for the first time. Within 10 minutes, she'd mentioned the loan 4 times. We're just so happy we could help them get started, she told my mom. Of course it cleaned out our savings, but that's what you do for your children. My dad, who'd spent 30 years as an accountant, asked casually, was that structured as a gift or a loan? Colette laughed. Oh, a gift, obviously. Family loans don't need to be repaid. Something clicked. I excused myself, went to our home office and pulled up every text message, every email, every voicemail where she'd mentioned the money. Then I did something I'd learned from my dad. I calculated what the payments would be if it had been a loan. Market rate interest, 5-year repayment term, standard amortization schedule. The total came to $17,230. That night, I created a formal payment plan, typed it up on official-looking letterhead I designed, included every detail, breakdown of interest calculations, monthly payment amounts of $287.17. At the bottom, I added a note. As discussed, this gift has been repeatedly referenced as a financial obligation. To eliminate any confusion and restore family harmony, please find enclosed our proposed repayment schedule. I mailed it certified. Signature required. She called the next day, hysterical. How dare you insult me like this? It was a gift. Then stop treating it like a loan, I said calmly. Either accept repayment or never mention it again. You're being ridiculous. I would never. I read her own quotes back to her. Date, time, exact wording. There was silence on the line. I'm sending the first payment Friday, I said. See you at Thanksgiving. She showed up to Thanksgiving dinner with Theo, who whispered, thank you. Apparently, she'd finally stopped mentioning his car. When Colette tried to bring up the payment plan, I smiled and slid an envelope across the table. Second installment, I said. Only 58 more to go. Brant squeezed my hand under the table. We're on payment 31 now. She hasn't mentioned the house once in 2 years. Turns out, nothing shuts down financial manipulation quite like actually treating a gift like a loan. Family harmony restored. $287.17 at a time.